The reason you clicked on this video is because you want to understand what strategy consulting is, and that's exactly what you're going to learn. Let's get started. In the fast-paced world of business, strategic decisions can make or break a company's future. Enter strategy consulting, which is the driving force behind some of the most successful businesses worldwide. Strategy consultants are the architects of change, the masterminds behind innovative solutions, and the guiding hands that shape industries. You're probably thinking, Bruce, what are you talking about? Okay, let's look at this a different way. So when a company hires a strategy consultant, the strategy consultant helps the company solve their problems by answering the question, what are we going to do? And now you're probably thinking, Bruce, isn't this what a management consultant would do? The answer is yes, but I won't dive too deep into that because we have a separate video covering this difference between management consulting and strategy consulting. Going back to how strategy consulting works, strategy consultants think about the strategic picture of what should be done. They focus on advising businesses on high-level decisions, so oftentimes they work with executives of the company. So these are your CEOs, your CFOs, COOs, and all the other CXL roles out there. So those are the people on the top level. So now you're probably thinking, Bruce, give me some examples. Okay, so let's go over an example then. Let's say Taylor Swift owns Eris Beauty, a successful makeup brand, and she's looking to develop a new product to extend her brand's offerings and attract new customers. So they will bring in consultants from, let's say, McKinsey to help them determine the next makeup product to develop. Strategy consultants from McKinsey recommend a new eyeshadow palette inspired by Taylor Swift's iconic looks from her Eras World Tour. But how do they come up with this recommendation? It depends on how they will specifically come up with their recommendation, but this can be an example. First, they will do market analysis. Strategy consultants provide in-depth marketing analysis to identify trends and opportunities in the cosmetic industry. They help Eris Beauty understand consumer preferences and competitor offerings to ensure the new product aligns with market demands. Next, differentiation strategy. Strategy consultants assist Eris Beauty in developing a differentiation strategy for the new product. They identify unique selling points and value propositions that will set Eris palette apart from the competitors and attract target customers. And then next, expansion strategy. Strategy consultants collaborate with Eris Beauty's leadership team to develop a strategic roadmap for expanding the brand's product line. They assess potential growth opportunities and provide recommendations on how Eris palette fits into broader brand strategy. So now that they've identified the strategy, they will now pass on this to non-strategy consultants, let's say, who can do supply chain management or operations planning, etc. So this is an example of how strategy consultants provide value to businesses. Now that you know what strategy consultants do, are you thinking to yourself, I'd love to do this kind of work. How can I become one? There are 3 skills that you need to have in what consulting firms are looking for in a potential strategy consultant: problem solving and analytical thinking, teamwork, and leadership. Let's discuss each of these. Problem solving and analytical thinking. Problem solving and analytic thinking are needed throughout a consulting engagement. First, the team needs to shape an amorphous business problem into a precisely worded question that they can answer. Then the team must structure the work that needs to be done to reach a solution. Who needs to be involved in the decision? What questions need to be addressed? What facts need to be gathered? What analysis needs to be done? All this requires structured problem solving. The data analysis requires analytical thinking. Teamwork. Teamwork is important because the consulting teams needs to divide the study's workload and share information to develop the fact base. Although consultants will be assigned different parts of the problem, there is always considerable overlap. Consultants also need teamwork skills because they have to work with client organizations to get data, share facts, and create a consensus. Leadership. Leadership is needed to engage the big personalities of business executives in various parts of the organization. Leadership is important in both getting executives aligned on how the decision is made and to persuade them to change their minds if and when the facts don't support the decision they want the company to take. Now you might be wondering next, what does work-life balance look like for strategy consultants? To be honest with you, strategy consultants work a lot of hours. On average, strategy consultants at top consulting firms like McKinsey, Bain, and BCG typically work 50 to 60 hours per week. Of course, this depends on the project. There are actually some projects that will require more than 60 hours, but on average, like I said, it will be about 50 to 60 hours per week. So if work-life balance matters to you, this is something to keep in mind. After knowing what strategy consultants do, what skills they should embody, what does work-life balance look like for them, the next interesting topic to know is, how much do they get paid? Even though strategy consultants work long hours, they are fairly compensated for it. In fact, strategy consultants are the second highest paid type of consultants.
I want in immediately.
We have a video covering the top 10 highest paid consultants, so I'll add a link in the description. Their salary ranges from $110,000 to $200,000. All right, We covered the work that they do, their skills, work-life balance, salary, but you still may be wondering, is this something that you really want to do? And my consulting offer, whenever someone seeks our advice on how they should decide if they want to go in such type of consulting, we always ask them to ask themselves, what do you want to do after consulting? Your answer will provide insight into whether strategy consulting aligns with your career aspirations. If your goal is to hold a high-ranking position, such as a president or CEO at a large company like Google or Starbucks, then pursuing a career in strategy consulting is advisable. As a strategy consultant, you will gain exposure to C-suite level, which will be invaluable as you progress your career and aspire to leadership roles within your organization. It's worth noting that both the current CEOs of Google and Starbucks have backgrounds in strategy consulting, and there's a good reason for that. Interesting, huh? But what happens if you don't know what you want to do after consulting? For example, you don't know if you want to work for a large company. You don't know if you want to be part of the C-suite leadership team. Then strategy consulting is still a good path for you. Because as a strategy consultant, you'll be able to see multiple projects across different industries, different verticals, and different functions. And that way you can decide what you like and what you don't like. One of our alumni told us that she was thankful she chose to take on strategic projects at BCG, so she got a chance to see different industries. And then she ended up going into the field of education after consulting. So that's what I recommend. Think about what you want to do after consulting. Now that you know what strategy consulting is and you have more details about strategy consulting, I'm curious, which consulting firm are you applying to? If you comment below the name of the firm you're applying to, we'll share resources on how to land interviews and prepare for your upcoming interviews. So for example, if you put McKinsey, we'll share you some resources for landing an offer at McKinsey. And if you are 100% sure of pursuing a consulting career at McKinsey, Bain, BCG, or another amazing firm, we'd love to help you. Our team of former consulting recruiters and interviewers have created a free training where we share the secrets on how to pass your interviews and land your dream consulting job, regardless of your background. All you have to do is click on the link below, and that's it. You'll be on your way to your dream consulting job. All you have to do is click on the link below, and that's it. You'll be on your way to your dream consulting job. But you don't have to take my word for it. Hear it from Charmaine. Charmaine applied as a strategy consultant at BCG and received an offer from this firm despite having a non-business background. Okay, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video.